than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Matt Bosher, 7th-year man from Miami, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Play action now. Dalton. Ertz has it left side. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their time.
And they're going to get... From the gun on third down, Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Goff. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Dietrich Wise Jr. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On second down, Cook. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Gone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. And his kick is good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one good for 33 and a 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dominic Easley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. In motion right is Jones. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He came out ready to... He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off at the 35. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The hook up good to Marquise Wilson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Goff on third down. And he's got it to Hearns. A big 30-yard play on third. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Goff now looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the red zone now, Goff. A dump off to Lacy. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First and goal from the 5. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. No gain, and it's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Goff. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Goff now to throw. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, Goff. Ebron caught left side. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the ground, it's Cook, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first down throw. Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing deep here for Coleman. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Defense offsides here. Freebie for Dalton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Coleman has it here right side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Second down, Dalton. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They run, Cook, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on second down is gone. Now he'll escape to his... And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, partner, the risk of piling on. Whenever Jared Goff fumbles the football, the first thing people are going to flash back on is leading up to the draft, the size of his hands. They're right on the borderline about what teams want in the size for a quarterback.
Well, you were knee-deep in all of that draft stuff when he was going through it. That was much talked about, you said.
It certainly was. I didn't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. To me, it's much more of a concentration thing, making sure that you're aware of it, take care of the ball a little bit better. I don't care what the size of your hands are. A lot of guys could use some work on covering the football, not letting the defense get to it.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action here with Dalton. Dancing to his left. It's caught by Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, It's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And the slot man goes in motion left. It's second down. Dalton looking. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw here, Dalton. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
You. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
From the 50, it's gone. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Goff throwing again. Flushed out right. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Jared Goff with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Packers get a score closer. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darren Lee picks it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll fake the give. Now gone. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
Now gone. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Check 26, check 26. Single.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Alert 16. Alert 16.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Darren Lee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
20. Single. Yes, sir. Yes. Check. Check. 20. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Running for it. Here's Cook, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.